Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. Another video for you today. So what we do on this channel is we like to review and analyze videos that are shown on YouTube, mainstream media, wherever it might be. On this occasion it's Russia today. It's also picked up by the Sun, etc. So various media outlets wanted to report on this so-called story. Now what we'll do is we'll have a quick listen to the acting that goes on, literally, and then we'll go into more depth analysis. 1 second.
Shame on you, police officers. You must have mothers.
You must have mothers. What a brilliant question. You must have mothers. You know, because I would have thought that all the police got delivered by storks, so it's a very valid question.
What an outrage.
What an outrage!
Shame on you, police officers. You must have mothers.
What an outrage!
What a disgrace. Walking along, doing nothing. This is absolute disgrace.
It's an absolute disgrace, guys.
What a disgrace. Shame on you, police officers. You must have mothers. What an outrage. What a disgrace. Walking along, doing nothing. This is
So the guy who just spoke to him is someone that we call 𝗪𝗵𝗿𝗲𝗲, and he's someone who's been in many of these fake, dodgy-looking events. We'll go into more detail about 𝗪𝗵𝗿𝗲𝗲 in a second if you don't know who he is. But basically, the guy who says this is an outrage, what an outrage. His name is 𝗪𝗪𝗏𝗏, and he's a politician. Okay, and from what I can see, this is just really bad acting. So, you know, probably a fake event with actors playing a part, and he's one of them because the way he just talks.
Shame on you, police officers. You must have mothers. What an outrage.
What an outrage!
What a disgrace. Walking along, doing nothing.
Walking along, doing nothing, that's what's going on.
This is absolute disgrace. Disgrace.
There you go, so you got 𝗪𝗵𝗿𝗏𝗏 there and 𝗪𝗪𝗏𝗏𝗏 in the shot. So that was the video, okay, so this is 2 months ago. Now what we'll do is we'll look into what happened since then, and more details about this politician and also 𝗪𝗵𝗿𝗏𝗏𝗏 himself. So bear with me 1 second. Okay, so just to correct myself, it was actually November, end of November this event happened. The video I showed earlier said 2 months, but I don't know what's going on there. So here we have an article about the event that we just watched on video. In the Daily Mail, it says here, it's disgraceful, as you could hear him say so many times. What a disgrace! So it's disgraceful and un-British. Tory MP Sir, that should tell you straight away, if this guy's been knighted by the Queen, beware. That's all I'd say. I really don't think he's a man of the people if this guy is specifically getting knighted by the Queen, okay? So Sir 𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗏𝗪𝗏𝗪𝗏, what a disgrace, rages at police as they bundle the elderly woman into a van during peaceful, in inverted commas, anti-lockdown protest outside Parliament. Okay, so straight away you can see there they've made a deal about it in there. Let's have a look here. Police officers drag the 72-year-old woman across the pavement as she is arrested outside Parliament on Tuesday. Now, she doesn't look that stressed to me. Doesn't look in any kind of discomfort. Still got her shades on, not worried about the shades falling off and getting smashed. But yeah, it just looks a bit weird, doesn't it? And then it says here, Sir 𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗏𝗪𝗏 called it an outrage as he vented at police officers arresting the woman. Okay? And there he is looking outraged. What an outrage! This disgrace! The protester is carried spread eagle towards a waiting police van. Sir Charles Walker, Conservative MP for Broxbourne, gave it both barrels in the chamber. Gave it both barrels in the chamber this afternoon after witnessing an elderly protester be carted off by the police. Ah, thank you, Sir Charles Walker, the legend that you are. Knight of the realm, thank you for being a man of the people. And it's funny I should say man of the people, isn't it? Because look what the headline is here. Man of the people. Tory MP Charles Walker slams Met as OAP nicked for protesting. So the OAP got nicked for protesting. So, yeah. So now they're basically calling him a hero. And that's what this story was all about. Forget the old lady for the moment. It was all about giving this guy a bit of credibility with the anti-lockdown movement, with the freedom movement, and basically making him out to be, like they say here, man of the people. Alright? So these stories that happen, these events that happen are very multifaceted. In other words, they've got many uses. So one would be to build up his credibility so that obviously they got things planned for this guy in the future, Sir Charles Walker, yeah? And also what they want to do is create fear by saying, look, even an elderly 72-year-old woman gets dragged across the street by the police and bundled into a van. Yeah, it's all fear-mongering. But what we do here is we expose it, we shine light on it, and then it isn't as powerful as they want it to be. All you've got to do is spread a little light on your lies and you're doing a trick. What you do is you get a camera out and you film it from the other side. He doesn't like that. Yeah? And it's not as powerful. And that's what we're doing. We're looking at things from a different angle and they don't like it. Okay? So, those are the, and you know, here he is in the Houses of Parliament, giving it both barrels like they just said to you. Look at him, he's so passionate. Good old sir. Good old knight. Gallant knight. And again, here he is looking. What an outrage. Disgrace. What an outrage. You must have mothers. See, I could do a job like this easy. I could just be the voiceover for these crisis actors. What a disgrace. Yeah. So, we've had a quick look at him now. We've looked at the media and how they responded. Let's have a look at that guy that was in the video with him as well. So there he is, the grey bleeder, okay? So he was the one who was saying, she's done nothing, she was just standing there and nothing's happened. You know, so that's him. You know, the guy with the earpiece in his ear in the middle of a protest. This guy here that looks like a zombie. Like Day of the Walking Dead. That's what he looks like, doesn't he? A zombie. And he's a discreditor. He's there to make us look bad, yeah? So what he does is he'll go right in between a shot like this where it's about vaccines, for example, and he'll stand there fiddling around with his earpiece, smoking a cigarette, getting right in the centre, and basically looking at people who are sceptical about the 𝗣olitician. We all look like him now. That's who they want people to think that we are, yeah? And there he is right at the start of all this rubbish, the Trafalgar Square protests with his fake blood over a sign and his fake injury, talking about how the police stole his phone as well. Yeah, sure they did, mate. Sure they did. This guy has been infiltrating protests for at least a year now. And it's not just the anti-lockdown movement. He infiltrated the Brexit movement. And he was also there during the Assange trials. And look, here he is right next to Piers Corbyn, as you can see. Yeah? So there he is when Piers Corbyn is speaking and he's right there, right next to him, as if he's his right-hand man. Yep. Grey bleeder. And again, right at the start of this all, walking around with blood over his face, but instead of seeking medical attention, just stands there, walks around, gets filmed from every different angle by about 50 media outlets, because that's what it's about. It's about spreading fear and panic. And these are fake events, fake arrests, fake blood, fake scuffle, fake violence. And it's all there to psychologically trigger you into being scared, paranoid and fearful of going out to either protest or even walk your dog or do this or do that. Because, you know, anyone's a target is basically what they're saying. Even the 72-year-old woman, yeah? Even the 92-year-old man. Do you see what I mean? They're always looking for sort of minorities or, what's the word? Protected. I can't remember what the word is now. Protected groups, yeah? So that's 𝗪𝗵𝗿𝗲, that's Charles Walker. Now let's have a look at what Charles Walker was doing before this. Again, it's all a psychological operation, and what he's doing here is he's trying to make out that he's ultra patriotic. So here we go, look here, yeah? And what they've done is they've given him a bit of a sort of facelift and makeover, yeah? So there he is with his Union Jack, sorry, with his English flag, St George's Cross, yeah? And his jeans, and his waistcoat, and his spiked up hair. Look, here he is, right in the background of the shot, and he knows exactly what he's doing. He's messing around with the St George's flag so that people see him and they think, oh yeah, that's Sir Charles Walker. He's the one who's a man of the people. You know, the one who was calling out the police when they were arresting that old lady. Yeah, he's one of us. Look at him with the flag. Yeah, he's one of us. One of the lads. He'll watch the football with us down the pub. Yeah? So this is what I call building the legend. So what they do is they take part in a few events. They get themselves right in the centre of the shot so that in the future you remember this guy and you think, oh yeah, he was the one, the ultra patriotic one at Speaker's Corner. He was holding the St George's Cross. Yeah? He must love England. He must be one of us. Man of the people. Yeah? So it's very simple. Building a legend so that in the future, when he's part of another fake event, you remember him and you think this is all real. Okay? So it's a very simple thing, but it's something that I've noticed, and like I said, I call it building a legend. I've noticed that they all do it. They all get into the centre of shots when they're not part of it, just so that the viewer sees them, and then in the future, when they see them take part in an event, they believe that person to be real and part of their movement. Okay? And look, who is he right next to as well? That's it, Jeff Wyatt. Jeff Wyatt, another one who likes to get arrested all the time, carrying his banners that say stuff like Nazi and Gestapo and all this stuff. And then they take pictures of him snarling with his banner in the middle of Trafalgar Square, and it's just not a good look. And also, he's always, you know, not so much in this shot, but you know, he'll be wearing nice shirts and ties and nice watches, and he just basically looks like he's, you know, not really one of us, I would say. Okay, and I just wanted to show you this photo because, you know, I just wanted to show you proof that I believe that this is the same person. So all they've done is they've literally spiked his hair up a bit. Yeah, they've put him in some jeans, a different kind of tie and a waistcoat instead of suit, and then he's carrying around the English flag. Okay, so this is an example of how they change the appearance of someone according to the event that they're going to fake. So if he's in the Houses of Parliament, then obviously he's going to be fully suited up like that. But if he's wanting to appeal to a wider audience, then he looks more urban with his spiked up hair and his waistcoat and his jeans and carrying around the flag because he's one of us. Like we said, man of the people. You know, Sir Charles Walker. And they don't mention the fact that he was Sir here. Okay? But, you know, don't forget that this guy is a Sir. He's been knighted by the Queen. Alright? There you go. So you would never thought that someone who had been knighted would be part of an event involving this guy here, would you? You wouldn't. But it's true. You saw it with your own eyes. So, I just wanted you to know, I think it's disgrace. An absolute disgrace. An outrage. What an outrage. You must have mothers. There we go. So that is the adventures of Sir Charles Walker, the politician, the man of the people, who was part of what looked like a fake event with Grey Bleeder present, and also here at this event with the English flag to build his legend, to make him out to be a man of the people. Alright, so this is how they do these things. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll be back later with another one. Do take care of yourselves. No new normal. Unite the people to fight the evil. This has been John Overkill, and we are over and out. Peace, liberty, and justice to all. Knowledge is power. Take care, brothers and sisters. Peace.